What's going on, traders? So, I've been getting a lot of questions about going over my trading setup. So, before I get into that, if you're looking to get accounts, save money on all prop firms, go in the description of this video, coupon code Cove Trader on Take Profit Trader, Apex, and there's a bunch of other links and what you can get discounts off in the description of the video. All right, so let's get into this. You're looking at Tradivate, which is one of the main platforms you get for free that the prop firms link into, I guess. So let's go over my current setup here. I use cumulative delta at the bottom. It basically measures the buying and selling within the market at that given time period. I'm kind of looking to see that the move is real, that we keep seeing green bars on the way up. Also, I look for divergences where we might be going up, but the delta is actually going down. And that will show me that the move is not for real, and I'll probably short the pop. I'm just looking right here. There's really no divergences that kind of sticks out. The one thing you could see that we did dip right here, and there was no real selling. We kind of stayed steady, which kind of showed me that we're probably going to come back up from that, and that's definitely what we did. So it's just kind of a gauge for me to see what's kind of going on within the market. I used stochastics, just kind of looking for oversold or overbought environments, I guess, real quick. I mean, I typically do not take, I'm not going to follow a trade if we're all the way up here and go long. Same thing, like if we drop, I'm not taking a short down here. I want to see that we're at least at the midpoint or higher if I'm going to short. And if I'm going to go long, I want to see it at the midpoint or lower. It's just kind of keeps me in or out of trades that I might like the candlestick setup, but then I'll look at this and be like, that's not what I'm looking for. So it kind of keeps my win percentage higher. Is kind of what these two things do. They're not really if this is down here or whatever I buy. It's more or less just a double check to make sure the environment is right for that type of trade. And then up here I have, let's see, what are chart elements? I have the 34 EMA, the 8. The 8 I kind of use for a trend, especially if I pull out to the 5-minute chart. The 34, I like pullbacks to 34. As you can see, pullback, right there on the downside. Definitely works. And then obviously I have the 200, which a lot of people have on their chart. And then the 105 I have, which is actually the 21 on the 5-minute. So I would you do the calculation, you bring the 21 on the 5-minute onto your 1-minute chart so you don't have to flip-flop back and forth. And sure enough, you could see we got a nice bounce off that today. Again, so it's definitely works. And then these other pivot points I kind of threw on there. You don't really need that. I have the VWAP bands. It's just a derivative deviation of VWAP. I got rid of the first band and I only keep the second band. And that's kind of to show me how overbought or oversold we are in at any given time. As you could see, it just kind of rode the top of the second band. It typically doesn't go way out of the second band. So once you're up towards the top, for me, I'm not buying long if we're above the VWAP band. So it's just another thing that kind of stops me from making a stupid trade, thinking, we're gonna go higher. Like, just wait for a pullback. So that's kind of what it is. I buy on pullbacks. I never chase breakouts. So for me, if you just take this, like I'm looking for us to come back to the 34 or the 105. If I think we're going to keep going up, I wait for the pullback. I'm not buying on a breakout or whatever the case may be up there. And as you could see, this was the trend. We broke out. We played this on the chat. We're on the live stream also. If you're new, I suggest you come in on the live stream. But this is my setup on Tradingview. And then I kind of bring over the same elements for Topstep X. And then this is my Tradingview setup. Mostly the same thing. I use pivot points a lot. If you've been on the chat, you know they work. It's these lines right here. There's a lot going on because it kind of gets messed up when there's a holiday. So anytime there's a holiday, it kind of messes up the thing. But on Monday, you'll see it's much clearer back here. I don't use this this green script as a backup script. But what happened was the other one wasn't working for whatever reason every time after the holiday. So I have this other backup script. You can see the news pop. We hit the pivot point exactly. So that was a good short. And then you have, the retests and things like that. This is the hourly. I go to the 5 so you can see it. We broke over, held support. You could play the bounce off of it. We rejected, had a nice play off that early on. So I play the pivot points. I have them set up here. I have VWAP. I have the Orb 15 because I also have another tab for the Qs, and I'll play the Qs 15, which is obviously the first 15 minutes of trading. It's 9:30 to 9:45. So I'll play support and resistance with that. And then I just kind of have this smart money concepts up. It's just kind of a visual to show you where support is without having to actually look back on the chart. So I can just look over here and I can kind of see it without going back. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. I don't have a ton of things on here. It looks like a ton of things, but I'm like this middle line means nothing. I actually normally get rid of it, to be honest with you. And my other script doesn't even have the midway lines. So those lines are gone, and I'm just pretty much playing VWAP 200 pivot points. And then I just follow the trends. I look for the 34 bounces, which is this green line. Nice 34 bounce. And this 8 or 9 is just a visual. I'm not playing a bounce off it. It's just kind of a visual for me to see the trend. And that's pretty much it. And then I have these. This is the MACD. This is zero lag MACD. And this is that WADA something. I don't really know about this yet. I might be taking it off my chart, but yeah, I like the zero lag MACD. And that's kind of my setup. This is what I'm using for Tradingview and Tradingview. I make majority of my trades based off of Tradingview. Just everything's there, and then I'll flip back and forth. But you got to have stuff on the place I'm making the trades. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about scripts, where you get them, like where I got these were basically indicators, and I just searched the community indicators. And then on here, you can see these are the names. You just type in, you hit indicators, you type it in, and they'll pop up. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comment on the video. You can join our free Discord. That link is also in the video description as well. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. I don't have anything crazy. I just kind of like playing the trends and support and resistance. I keep it simple, and it pays. All right, take it easy.